fast than Tales of War.
Just quick comment on horse number 3, one that we missed on the way through, is the Despised Outsider.
Blinkers off, crossover noseband and the tongue tie go on. Fit horse, they're trying gear change, but the form just isn't good enough.
All right, they are the runners here for race number 3, the Fisher and Paykel Maiden Plate. Your top 4 selections here quickly?
I'm just going with a bit of spec here because I think it's a winnable race. And Spender, if Spender can jump well, put itself in a position, I think each way you won't go too far wrong. Tails will be there for Fairway Zaresk, looks a good chance, and the Black Isle.
And Lizzie, the best presented?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Spender as well. I thought he presented really nicely. He's definitely got the most upside.
All right, a nice push there for Spender. And Ben, has that come through with Crownbat?
Yeah, it has. $11 to $9.50 for Spender, so has been backed in from $13 initially and gets in now to...
Okay, just taking a break there from Moonee Valley, just looking ahead to Alexandra Park now. This race may end up getting very close to Alexandra Park, so I'll keep an eye on the situation. If they do run a wee bit late, we may have to do what we did for race 2 and record and bring Moonee Valley to you straight on the back of Alexandra Park. We're 6.5 minutes out from the start there, and Step Up is the favourite. And selections in this race for Aaron White, he's gone there for the 2. And Crystal Sparkles also in the selections here at $5.50. And Gotta Go Dally Queen there at $3.50 with the tote. So that race coming up, Moonee Valley have done a pretty good job to catch up in time. They are around at the start now, but not loading away as yet. So hopefully we can get it to you live, but that'll depend on how quick they will be getting away. And now they're just adding another 3.5 minutes to Moonee Valley by the looks of it. So I'd say we will end up going to Alexandra Park, and we will have to record at Moonee Valley. Tales of War Fresh Up, though, is favourite at around $3.50. And a Fresh Up first run since May. And that's the favoured runner for the 3rd at Moonee Valley for the maidens over 1,200 metres. So I'll make our way to Mark Cookson at Alexandra Park, still with 2 to go. And Step Up 2.10. Gotta Go Dally Queen at $3 and Crystal Sparkles at $5.50 and $1.75. The 3 favourite runners. So we'll come back to you, Mark, just keeping an eye on the situation there at Moonee Valley, but they've had 3 minutes added on, so we'll go with you here for race 8.
Good on you, Daryl. The 8th event here is the Dunstan Summer Series event for the fillies and mares, 2,200 metres. We had the Trotters Summer Series heat earlier on tonight, and Step Up Scott Phelan is back from Christchurch to take the drive on a horse which has proven gate speed. $2.10 now with the bookmakers, opened up last night at $2.50 with the bookies. Got the scratching here of number 7, Chardon's Pearl, coming out, leaving us with a field of 7. And take notes that there is still a change of driver for Eclipse Me. Won't be Zach Butcher, but we are assured he is here for our last race tonight, race number 9, to drive Arden's Choice. But the 8 horse here, Eclipse Me, who is fresh up since July, that'll be driven by Zach's father, David Butcher. So there's Step Up. She's a filly by Art Major, and she's certainly been well supported in her races. And again, we're going back to the Sires Stakes Fillies Heat, which was held here on the 28th. The race that was won by Utmost Delight. We've already seen that form a lot earlier in the program here tonight with the success of Parky Parky in race number 2 tonight, the filly by Shadow Play. That horse was last in that particular event, and the favourite here, Step Up, is certainly got a better form line and a lot of ability. It ran 4th in that Sires Stakes Fillies Heat to Utmost Delight last time to the races, so this will be easier, you'd say, the up to and including rating 65s in the Summer Series. Easier for Step Up, who draws barrier number 2. There's the second favourite, Gotta Go Darley Queen. Maurice McKendry for Frank Cooney and Tate Hopkins. It does have Sanders cap on. This filly by Darley's got the blinds off tonight off the back of its debut victory, where it certainly put in a very good effort. Got the lead a long way from home and kept that lead, defeated Poppy Drayton by a length and a quarter, and that was off the back of some nice trial form, and also since that victory has gone to the workouts and been a winner by a head at the Pukekohe Franklin workouts back on the 2nd of this month was a nice workout too. It was $3 last night. It has drifted a touch out to that $3.20 mark. Take note, to Alexandra Park now, the next race to go, by the way, and we'll be playing that race from Moonee Valley, race number 3, off the back of the 8th here at Alexandra Park. There's number 9, Crystal Sparkles, was just gone out of shot, the lone runner off the second row here. Good job by the boys and girls. This one raced by the Butterworths. She's back on camera now, the Rock and Roll Hanover filly. And again, the Sire Stakes fillies heat. Crystal Sparkles beat home Step Up, running third. Did Crystal Sparkles. Step Up ran fourth in that Utmost Delight fillies heat. And this filly will come off the back of Rock and Roll Princess here. The stablemate of Step Up was $4.60 last night, out to that $6 quote now, if you like, a Crystal Sparkles. And this runner, raced by the Butterworths, got that placing off the inside barrier draw in that fillies heat. So a much, off the second row tonight, the lone runner there, the filly by Rock and Roll Hanover, and she was a winner on the slushy track from a similar barrier draw to that Sire Stakes run back on the 30th. Defeated Ra Reza that day, and Tony Hurley, he put the horse into the great spot, has that second row tonight. There's number 6 in the book. That's one of the outsiders in the field, and Norvik Ruby. Talking about Rock and Roll Princess, the fresh up run. This will be the fresh up run, first up since July. It is up for an Auckland Trotting Club bonus here tonight. Jack McKinnon will take the drive on the Telfer Garlic, and Stonewall Stud, part owned stablemate of the current favourite Step Up, who's now at $2.20. So it's gone back out a bit from $2.10 out to $2.20. Opened last night at $2.50. Upstairs to you, Aaron White, for race number 8. I've gone 2, 4, 9 and 8. That's the market order. How did you see it?
Yeah, we had the way of 4, 9, 2 and 1 here with the 4 Gotta Go Darley Queen. Was a very nice debut winner off a second row draw back in early September for Frank Cooney and Tate Hopkins. Morris McKendry to do the driving in the famous Sue Martin colours. So good luck to Sue, and let's hope her filly can remain unbeaten here. A filly by Darley. 9 Crystal Sparkles. She was very good out of that Sire Stakes heat here a fortnight ago, and behind Utmost Delight when placed third Tony Hurley. She's the only horse on the second row, so the Iceman will get the chance to move off if he so desires from that second row draw. 2 Step Up also comes out of that race with Utmost Delight in the Sire Stakes seat. Scotty Phelan, and the 1 Rock and Roll Princess comes up with the right draw to be a player in the race. So 4, 9, 2 and 1 for me to open the final double.
Thanks, Aaron. So you've gone for the second elect and the workout winner from the 2nd of this month at Pukekohe. And speaking of Franklin, 12 workouts tomorrow from 10 o'clock with Cameron Shaw calling the action. Huey Green, who was nominated for the last race tonight but was withdrawn and is a scratching, will be working out tomorrow in a workout which features Motown and Franco Cristiano among others. I think that's about workout number 10 of 12 tomorrow from 10 o'clock down at Pukekohe. In behind the mobile here for race number 8, the Dunstan Summer Series heat for the fillies and mares over the 2,200 metres. The favourites now at $2.20 after opening at $2.50, got in as short as $2.10. Step Up will start from barrier 2. Stablemates drawn the pole. Here's Aaron White for his call.
The runners for the 8th working into the home straight. The first heat of the Dunstan Summer Series for the pacing fillies and mares. Into the lane, 2,200. Green light. Racing, Gotta Go Darley Queen, accelerates off the arm, albeit a touch awkwardly in the first 50 metres. She'll come forward to try and get the lead off Step Up, and those two race each other onto the stables corner. 2 lengths Rock and Roll Princess, Olivia's Secret. Then Crystal Sparkles, further back in the field, Chevron's Easy. Norvik Ruby second last, and Eclipse Me staying out of the early battles as last as his battle up front with Step Up and Gotta Go Darley Queen, and they are motoring along in front. They're 4 lengths from Rock and Roll Princess, and Olivia's Secret. Gotta Go Darley Queen now eases to try and find the trail. Couldn't do it as Rock and Roll Princess has taken that spot, so Gotta Go Darley Queen's going to be left parked, and the lead time 40.8 for the fillies and mares. A very quick lead up. In the 1-1 is Crystal Sparkles, there followed by Chevron's Easy, Norvik Ruby, and Eclipse Me, who stayed out of all the early wars. Would have been happy to see 40.8 posted for the lead time here in the Dunstan Summer Series Fillies and Mears, because she'll get the last crack at them from the back. It's Step Up and Scotty Phelan. Got to go Darley Queen up on the outside, a length away, second and parked, and Rock and Roll Princess. Jack McKinnon with the nice run in the trail, then Crystal Sparkles. Here's Eclipse Me coming forward now on a slack first quarter, 33.5. Back on the inside, Olivia's Secret. Then came Chevron's Easy, Norvik Ruby, the last Judge Bell, and one to go. Dunstan Summer Series for the Fillies and Mears of the pacing variety as they go on to the Stables Corner final time, and Step Up, the Art Major filly. Leads a half a length, Eclipse Me. Back on the inside, Rock and Roll Princess, and in the 1-1, got to go Darley Queen. Back on the inside, Olivia's Secret from Crystal Sparkles. The last pair, Norvik Ruby, the inside of Chevron's Easy, second quarter, 31-1. Step Up into the back. Leads only narrowly, Eclipse Me. Back on the inside, Rock and Roll Princess has had the nice run. Got to go Darley Queen and the Magic Man, Morris McHenry, 1-1. Back on the inside, Olivia's Secret in the hands of Salish Abernathy. Then Crystal Sparkles, the Iceman looking to progress forward with her shortly. Back in the field, Norvik Ruby, Jimmy Stormont, Chevron's Easy to its outside for Jay Abernathy. 400 left to go. The back straight quarter in 29.5. Eclipse Me gets her head in front from Step Up. Got to go Darley Queen, Rock and Roll Princess, Crystal Sparkles to the outside, homeward bound. Eclipse Me, Step Up, kicking back on the inside. Got to go Darley Queen, Crystal Sparkles sitting off the hot early speed is now thundering home here for the Iceman. It's Eclipse Me, Crystal Sparkles closing in. Eclipse Me and Crystal Sparkles. Eclipse Me, Crystal Sparkles comes up alongside, misses. Eclipse Me and the Chief gets a brace. Second over was Crystal Sparkles. Step Up, a gutsy run third. As to got to go Darley Queen fourth after setting up that electric 40.8 lead time. Back in the field, Norvik Ruby, Chevron's Easy, Olivia's Secret, and Rock and Roll Princess in 2:43, and a home in 27.9. Eclipse Me got into the race at the right time from her rearward position. The Real Desire mare win 4 at start 25 tonight. David Butcher gets his second. Crystal Sparkles has got close, but she'll be half a head away on the line. And then Step Up holding down third in front of Got to Go Darley Queen. That pair setting up the 40.8 lead time. They've come home in 57.5. Eclipse Me, fresh up, gets the job done in good fashion.
Official placings, race 8, the Dunstan Summer Series Fillies and Mares Mobile Pace. 892-465. 892-465. Horse 8, Eclipse Me, pace the 2200 metres in 2:43. It's a mile rate of 159.2. Last 857.5. The 427.9. Margins are half head, 2 1/4 lengths, 2 lengths. 892-465. All official, race 8, the Dunstan Summer Series Fillies and Mares Mobile Pace.
David the Chief Butcher gets his second on the card tonight. Christmas at the races here at Alexandra Park, night 1. And gets the job done in good fashion. Ann Cooney, the owner. Real Desire Bellamy, brown 4-year-old mare bred by Aldridge Services, number 4 Limited. Frank Cooney and Tate Hopkins, the preparers out of Taupaki. And as I mentioned, David Butcher in the sulky. Gretel Webber down there, part of the victory celebrations for the good folk at Dunstan. Those Dunstan horse feeds the power behind a great summer series coming up here at Alexandra Park, dunstan.co.nz. 9 Crystal Sparkles second. Rock and Roll Hanover Brown 3-year-old filly out of Taylor Kate for Butterworth Racing Syndicate. Tony Hurley, the trainer driver out of Papakura. And 2 Step Up, the Art Major Bay 3-year-old filly out of Dance Card. Stonewall Stud Limited, Stonewall Fillies Syndicate number 9. Steve Telfer, Chris Garlick, the trainers out of Papakura. Scott Phelan. Number 8 Eclipse Me. Returns $9.90 on the win tote, $2.30 the place, $9.90, $2.30, 9 Crystal Sparkles, $1.50, $1.52 Step Up, $1 even, 1 even. Quinella, $19.60. 19.60 trifecta, $111 and the 8, 9, 2 and 4 first four with Gotta Go Darley Queen, $294.60. $294.60. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the last on the card. Feature pace it is too. The Auckland Cup, December 31 noms close 25th of November. Handicap pace over the 2,700 metres. Take out 2 Stun and Banner, 3 Minstrel Boy and 8 Huey Green. Leaves us a field of 5. 5 Arden's Choice, 241.50. 7 Ideal Bell, 261.10. Strike the Gold, number 4, 532.10. Better Spirits, number 6, 850 and 390. Bonnie's Khaleesi, the only horse off the front tape. It's the roughie at 11 and $6.80. Good luck with your bets in the last for Christmas at the Races, night 1 with the Auckland Trotting Club, and we'll have the last in 21 minutes time, and that will be at 7 minutes after 10.
Up to her good recent trials, Secret Trail. She did the same thing in the trial, off the speed last and hit the line strongly. She's done the same again here, and well done to young Nick Haywood, another city winner for him. It's always a buzz for these young riders on a night like this to score. Look, Brendan gave Ciale every chance. She was up on the speed, and she's run a good race there. The blinkers on, she's run very, very well. But Secret Trail, 57 kilos after the claim. Patient ride by Nick, produced at the right time, and she's back a good winner.
I've liked this mare the whole way through, and just that most recent barrier trial, and then when it come over this afternoon that she'd be ridden the same, I was really taken with the way that she paraded. She looked forward, she looked very healthy in the coat. They couldn't have had her any better. Obviously a lot of natural improvement to come, but perhaps she's in a good frame of mind this preparation. Better things in store now they've figured out how to ride her.
Thought Danelle was a little disappointing. I think she had a nice run behind them. I know she's run 4th in the end, but I thought she should have maybe finished off a bit better. Achille was brave. She fought on. I'd like to see the final 600 of Bonnie O'Reilly, because she was doing her best work late. Her run was good. She was never going to win the race, but she's finished off nicely.
Yeah, well, she settled a long way back, but I thought she worked to the line quite nicely. And I mean, she was 2 for 2. She certainly hasn't lost any admirers on that run tonight.
Okay, spoke to Paul before the race, spoke to him after the race. That's a lovely, lovely return.
Yeah, look, I think the riding on the wall was a recent trial. She really excelled. She really impressed us that day. The way she handled herself and hit the line, she was nice and relaxed, and she raced accordingly tonight, which was the main thing.
And the young man on board, Nick Haywood, he was pretty cool there. He cruised up. I think in his mind thought, I had these covered nicely.
He's rode her before, last prep, and he's got a good feel of her. We were quietly confident before the race, and full credit to him. It was a 10 out of 10 ride, and he executed it very well.
A little bit of a huff and a puff, some nice improvement in her.
Yeah, look, she's a filly that we don't work too hard at home. She's only lightly framed, so we look after her a little bit. But obviously, she was well prepared for tonight, but she's certainly going to bring her on for later on.
And one thing you know with her, Triple Crown, a big bunch of happy owners here.
Yeah, look, our main syndicator for our stable, so they're the backbone for us, and good on them. They put a lot of work into buying their yearlings, and no doubt they'll be nice and strong in Magics.
Just quickly, race 7, Francesco, first up, what are we thinking?
Yeah, I think he run extremely well. He's a horse that gets better throughout the preparation, but he can pull out one fresh, so look for him late.
Well done. Horse Maiden joining us, and Nick Haywood is there with Priscilla.
Well done, Nick. She really appreciated being ridden quiet tonight. Let the speed go and let her get home.
Yeah, her trials have been real good this prep. She's definitely sort of relished that breakout. They've done a great job. We've had to bring her up and get her looking that well. She's a filly. She doesn't hold condition that well, and it's great credit to them.
She's not overly big, but she does dig deep when asked.
Yeah, she does. At the top of the rise, I was half niggling without overdoing it, and as soon as I asked the button to go, she just let rip.
You're kicking goals everywhere. Well done.
Thank you.
There he is.
And well done there to Nick Haywood, going along well too, and picks up the win with the Secret Trail at $6.30 and $2.30. The 4 at $1.60 and the 9 $2.30. The 1 4 Cornella $12.40. 149 Trifecta $147.40. 1492 $530.90. The treble, not too bad. 1 3 and 1. The two favourites, and Secret Trail there at $42 even. Wrapping up race number 4 from Canterbury. Race 5 from Canterbury will be underway at around 10:15, just after our last race from Alexandra Park. Hopefully they are catching up time at Moonee Valley. Hopefully we will see race 4 live, but they are running a bit late, and just having a look now and hoping that they are going to get back on time. The next race is over 3,000 metres, so it will be a longer race, and it may once again clash with our last from Auckland, but we'll keep an eye on the situation for you. Our next live race to go is at this venue here, kicking off a double at Port Pirie. This is meeting 25. Race number 2, Tim Edwards with the 5 to beat 3, 10 and 7. The numbers for Tim Edwards calling the shots. This is over the mile. And taking a look at the favourite, the 3, which is Little Miss Piggy. $2.70 with the book, $3.20 and $1.50. The second favourite appears to be the 5 at Loving Life. And Loving Life there at $3.50. $3.80 with the tote. And also supported here is number 10 for this. And that is Two Tats Pats. Coming off some very good form, was a winner at Mildura 3 starts back. Backing up a second at Port Pirie on this track, and then to Mildura running at 3rd. And number 10 at around that $4.70 mark with the tote, $3.80. So we'll get on course. We'll join Tim Edwards for the first time. He's with the 5 to beat 3, 10 and 7. Hopefully Moonee Valley will be back on time, and it is starting to look a bit promising, but it was last time too, so we'll just keep an eye on that for you. And still one to come from Alexandra Park. Racing from Singapore tonight. First race underway at 11:20 from Kranji, and the last race at 3:20 tomorrow morning. So looking forward also to the program coming out of Singapore. Melbourne Cup heats are underway for the Melbourne Greyhound Cup. Over on trackside 2, the first heat has been completed. You can catch that action on trackside 2 to our Greyhound fans out there with the Melbourne Cup heats underway. But for now, we'll get to our caller at Port Pirie. This is meeting 25, race 2. We'll join Tim Edwards.
340 Little Miss Piggy. Yeah, Little Miss Piggy's the favourite here, Mick. Little Miss Piggy's at 340, 420 Loving Life, and 380 Two Tats Pats. This is race number 2. So they're the top 3. Punters are really not sure here. Then you've got 3 or 4 around the $10 quote. Nevada Roulette, Reva, Starscape. Eric's Legacy's at $16. And then you've got your roughies. I like to watch Comic Opera and Tiani's Choice all around the 100 to 1 pot chances. So a difficult race to line up. Little Miss Piggy's only won the 2 races in her career. So when you're diving into $3 about her, it's a tricky little race. Moving up, I like to watch the inside. Eric's Legacy, Little Miss Piggy, Comic Opera, Loving Life, one of the favourites out there in 5. Nevada Roulette outside the front row. Reva inside the second row. Now, he's been going all right lately, but he's drawn poorly here. Tiani's Choice, Starscape, And the one they've spec'd in the market's Two Tats Pats outside the second row. Always hard to win over the shorter trip outside the second row. We'll soon find out. Set to go. Race 2, Port Pirie. Lights on. We are underway here. And there is good speed from Little Miss Piggy. It's going to lead. Galloping at the start on the inside of the front row there was I Like to Watch. It's out the back now. There's speed out wide. First over Little Miss Piggy, but now attacked and headed off by Loving Life. And Nevada Roulette followed it over, so the favourite Little Miss Piggy is now relegated back to third on a very solid tempo. And she's in danger of getting crossed to be 3 back, because making enough room to get in behind the leader was Nevada Roulette. So essentially now Little Miss Piggy's 3 back the peg line. As they wheel into the home straight now, around the outside, starting a run from the back was Starscape. It's getting into the action as coming away from the inside Nevada Roulette there. Gee, they're chopping and changing. 3 back Eric's Legacy. So they come down the home straight. Comic Opera's back about 5th last. Well back the inside Tiani's Choice. Reva's back 3rd last from Two Tats Pats. And I Like to Watch is last of all. A few of these have changed their orders. 29.3 the first quarter and Loving Life the leader. The one they've got to beat now. She led them by 7 metres as they head out towards the 750. Nevada Roulette's the outside second. Asked to go a bit closer now. Little Miss Piggy the favourite, trailing the speed third. Every chance her. She'll wait upon the sprint lane run. Further back Starscape the outside. It's 4th, about 10 or 12 off the leader as they run down the back. Eric's Legacy's 3 back the inside. 32-1 that second quarter. Well back in the field then we've got making some headway was Reva. Tiani's Choice not really in it. Two Tats Pats gets to the outside, 400 metres to go, but spots the leader at least 25 metres. Up before the bend, Loving Life is really rolling. She's shot away. Little Miss Piggy's gone the inside. Surely she couldn't win. Running into second, Nevada Roulette. Wider out in the track was Reva, and getting right to the outside, Two Tats Pats, but 200 metres to go. Loving Life looks home here. 28.3 third quarter. She's 15 metres clear. Look at them queue up for the minors. Reva ran to second, but in front Loving Life bolted in. Second Reva. Third, I'll go Nevada Roulette narrowly from Starscape. In between them Little Miss Piggy will just miss. Then Tiani's Choice, Comic Opera, Two Tats Pats, and Eric's Legacy last in. No, second last. I Like to Watch was last in.
Loving Life and loving the win here. Picked up the win on the track 3 starts back, and picking up career win number 3, Loving Life, takes out race number 2 there from Port Pirie. Well, they are back on track there at Moonee Valley, making their way to the start now for race number 4. This one over 3,000 metres. And the favourite here is Bullish Stock at $2.50. Cinnamon Carter at $3, and As You're Right at $4.80 and $1.40. They are the 3 well-supported runners at Moonee Valley. Greg Miles has gone for the 2 to win this. Cinnamon Carter to beat the 3, the 6 and the 4. The numbers for Greg Miles for race number 4 on meeting code at 17. This race at Moonee Valley will get a double underway. It's a rating 78 over 3,000 metres. So we'll get on course shortly and we'll join the racing.com team, hopefully back on time as our result from Port Pirie comes up. We'll join the team at Moonee Valley.
On with the interview, please.
Okay, 4th up, hard fit, caught wide and very unlucky last start.
Yeah, look, things didn't go right last start there, Simon, so senior jock on today, Dwayne, and I mentioned to Dwayne pre-race that first time at the 3,000, and he did pass comment that when he rode him in the St Ledger, he thought he rode him at 3,000. So hopefully today he gets it right.
All right, well, he's just fallen into his right race. You'd think he'd have not all been well.
Yep, right race, drawn the right gate, good jock on, so hopefully he can knock it on the head.
No excuses, be careful you don't set yourself on fire as you walk away. Frankie coming here. Thanks, Bruno. That's a great corduroy jacket there. Don't be shy. 1, 2 out of its last 3. Yeah, pretty adaptable on the heavy and also good tracks. Can stay.
Yeah, she can. I mean, there's a few nice horses in this race, and she might not be quite right up to those. But we're looking for it's a 2-mile horse, and we're looking for 3,000 plus in the bush, and there's nothing there, mate. So we've got to sort of step her up here.
All right. Well, she'll be competitive here.
Yeah, I hope so. Hope she runs in the first 4.
Good on you, Frankie. Unbelievable. By Bradbury's luck out of a Giants Causeway mare. Fantastic, Frankie.
Frank Saladici's a beauty. Talking of beauties, can Ben Allen get a double tonight? He's on board As You're Right.
Ben Allen in great form. As You're Right, he came around nice and relaxed, Benny.
Yeah, he did. Come around really nice, just the way I want it, because probably won't be ended up going forward tonight. We'll end up taking a bit of a sit and trying to just get the horse to switch off and have the last crack at him.
There looks to be a bit of speed in this race.
Yeah, there is a few inside will go forward, and I know Corey Parrish's one's probably going to have to lead because when it gets one around it likes to run off the track, so I think that should put a bit of speed into it.
Best of luck, Benny.
Thank you.
Couple of minutes out here from race number 4, 3,000 metre race, benchmark 78. Who leads here, Hutch, in your speed map?
Just listening to what was said there, maybe, I think generally, Azurite will go forward, but Ask the Price has led it 2 of its last 3, and sounds like it can be a bit of a handful of a ride as well. They look the main pace influences, I think.
So the favourite, Bullish Stock, drawing that inside gate. Dwayne Dunn can go forward and then probably get a beautiful run in behind them.
You'd hope so.
That's normally... D. Dunn rides Moonee Valley so well, doesn't he? So he is the favourite, Bullish Stock. $2.80. Greg Miles to call the action, race number 4.
Now, Don't Be Shy has come up, so Bullish Stock at $2.70, Cinnamon Carter at $3.20, and Azurite $4.90 as Super Tab prices. Barge in Charge from Michelle Payne is coming up into the line now, and that'll leave it for Bullish Stock to come up and complete it with one more Azurite. So Bullish Stock goes in, had to cover a bit of ground early in his last start in the race that Cinnamon Carter won, and he has been placed innocent ledger. So Azurite, Ben Allen coming up into the line. He and Tony McAvoy running at around 33% in the last 12 months or so when they've teamed together. 9 rides, 3 wins, 3 seconds. So Azurite coming up for Ben. He won the second race on a Staminate. First races have either led or sat second in the first 3. Track upgraded after race 2. We're now in a good 3. And away they go in the 4th. And Cinnamon Carter easing straight out the back with Taken Time, and Azurite, Bullish Stock go back also. So that leaves it in the early stages for Ask the Price to run to the lead ahead of Don't Be Shy, and Barge in Charge improving on the outside. Just in behind them then is Taken Time, settles down 4th, so the Greys race together there, and they're 2 lengths to Sun Disc. A length and a half to Bullish Stock, who's been able to get right over onto the rails early in the piece, unlike his last start, and they're trailed by Azurite back second last, and 2 lengths to Cinnamon Carter. So up the side the first time round, and Ask the Price for Corey Parrish shows the way at the 600 metres. By a length, Barge in Charge. A length and a half away, Taken Time is 3rd. And on the outside 4th is the mare Don't Be Shy. 2 lengths to Bullish Stock, 5th on the inside, and then Sun Disc. Azurite second last and has switched off pretty well. And about a length away, Cinnamon Carter, the favourite at the end of the field down on the rails when they turn into the straight now. About 2,000 metres left before them. And showing the way is Ask the Price, out by a couple of lengths, rolling it along at a pretty good tempo. Barge in Charge holding down second for Michelle Payne is 3 lengths off the leader now. Then came Taken Time, 3rd on the inside, followed by Don't Be Shy. One away to Bullish Stock on the rails, and then Sun Disc, and still Azurite second last, and last the rail was Cinnamon Carter. So that's the order now as they're making their way out of the straight and heading to the 1,600 metres. Showing the way is Ask the Price. And if you do, 16s into $14. Leads by 2.5, Barge in Charge. Now, just creeping that touch closer, Don't Be Shy over on the outside. I'm sure that he'll be putting the pressure on a fair way out here, Daniel Moore. He's still travelling pretty well 3rd on the outside, followed by on the rails Taken Time. Bullish Stock still enjoying a lovely run. He's not spent a cent, the favourite. He's 5th on the fence. About to go to the 1,200 metres turn from Sun Disc, Azurite and Cinnamon Carter. The leaders winding up the tempo, going into the back at the 1,200. Ask the Price by about 3, Barge in Charge. A length and a half away, 3rd, Taken Time. 2 lengths further back still is Don't Be Shy, Bullish Stock, Sun Disc, and 2 lengths away Azurite and Cinnamon Carter still being ridden nice and patiently on the inside. Making their way to the 800 metres turn. And Ask the Price still by a couple, Barge in Charge, and 2 lengths away is Taken Time, and they're 3 lengths further back in the field to in next placing Don't Be Shy, who looks to be off the bit. Sun Disc around it, and Bullish Stock making ground on the inside. Azurite second last, Cinnamon Carter last, and now hard ridden, 600 left to go. And still Ask the Price shows the way under severe pressure now, and Sun Disc around the outside has dashed up to challenge the leader, and getting up on the inside, Barge in Charge. Here's Azurite on the scene, and now Bullish Stock. He's got away from the rail for the first time, done, and he's poised 2 lengths off the leader. That's Sun Disc. Sun Disc around the turn. turn by 2 to Bullish Stock and Azurite, both making ground. Cinnamon Carter's finally got into the clear and pulls to the outside. Sundis tackled by Azurite and Bullish Stock in the middle, and then Cinnamon Carter. Azurite and Bullish Stock. Cinnamon Carter late, launching a big run, free across the track. Cinnamon Carter dived at Azurite. Photo finish, gee, she's come quickly. Might have even got there, not sure. Bullish Stock will get third. Sundisk fourth, then Barge in Charge. Ask the price, break in the field, taking time. And at the end is Don't Be Shy. And she will get it. No.
I think Greg Miles has picked us the winner here in the 2. Cinnamon Carter over the top for Jake Bayliss, but very close. We'll confirm that shortly. I'm just looking at the photo now. The 2 will get there okay. From the 3, 6 and the 5, that was race number 4 at Moonee Valley. 2.5 minutes out from the last on the program. We'll see 3 butchers go up against Tony Hurley and Barry Purdon in the last. Just the 5 here. Mark, thanks for your good work throughout the evening. It has been a very enjoyable day of harness racing, and just the 5 here to fight out the last.
And I think we've left the best till last in terms of the paces, Daryl, and when we talk about the best, probably the best 2 in the race by quite the margin are Arden's Choice and Ideal Bell from the Barry Purdon stable. You can see Zach Butcher arrived from Christchurch. He's had a good day, placed on Aliante. In fact, of course, these 2 stablemates were part of that stablemate trifecta in the Holmes DG, and so they are the best 2 in the race. Zach's back, picked up a winner there 2 today on show day at Addington, and hopefully he can top off the night, so he's back to drive. Barry's on Ideal Bell. There's not much between these 2, so stable representative Sean Grayling, who's done the job tonight with 3 winners. So here's what he had to say representing the Barry Purdon team. Race number 9 tonight, Sean. The 2 mares for the stable going around. Arden's Choice, second in the stable trifecta 2 starts ago, looking ripe to pick up maybe this race tonight against this field.
Yeah, definitely. She's going great. She's actually racing super over the winter and that, and there's a bit of a help that Huey Drayton scratched. It's 1 less to beat. He's looking pretty hard to beat, but no, she's racing super. She's in real good nick at the moment, so she should be there or thereabouts with the other one.
And Ideal Bell, speaking of her, got the lead and was there for most of the way in that Holmes DG. Might we see Barry do something similar again tonight?
Well, we'll see how we step away in that. It's a small field. There's no need to go mad, but I'm sure she'll be up handy sooner or later, and yeah, look to hopefully hold the other one out.
If you're leaning towards one of the 2 in the last, which way would the stable talk and you'll be leaning to?
Oh, I don't really know the stable talk with us, but personally I'd probably lean a little bit to Arden's Choice.
Sean Grayling, he's had a good night tonight. Now the country's top junior driver, or the North Island's top junior driver, got the Southerners ahead of him, but going well. A good night tonight. Race 4, Moonee Valley, the 3,000 metre event came down to the line. 2, 3, 6 and 5 dividends here on screen. We're about to wrap it up. He drove a $90 winner, did Zach Butcher at Addington today on show day. This is much different. Was $1.90, still $1.90 on the tote, out to $2, opened at $1.90 last night. So I've gone 5, 7, 6 and 4 to wrap up the program here. Aaron White, we're about to hand things up to you for the Auckland Cup, December 31st. Nominations close on the 25th of November with the feature Group 1 trot as well. Looking forward to New Year's Eve after Cup Week wrapped up in Christchurch. How do you see us out in the last?
Well, with these runners facing up to start a Frank Phelan and the Barrier Strands release. Bonnie's Khaleesi stood there momentarily. She's away and pacing now, but Strike the Gold's up with her. There's a break back into the field to the back markers, headed up there by Arden's Choice, Better Spirits, and up on the outside then Ideal Bell looking to progress forward now as they sweep across the showground's turn first occasion. Strike the Gold and the Chief David Butcher wrestling the lead off Bonnie's Khaleesi and the Iceman Tony Hurley. Up to third is Ideal Bell. Bell and Barry Purdon, and there followed Arden's Choice and Zach Butcher and Santa's Cap second last. Better Spirits Phil Butcher will be the last as they work into the lane with 2 1/4 laps left to go in the Auckland Cup. December 31, Noms Close, 25th of November, handicap pace. And it's Strike the Gold, the son of Better's Delight, back in winning form last Friday night. David Butcher for Ray Green over Bonnie's Khaleesi for trainer driver Tony Hurley. 2 circuits left to run. You've got to go a half dozen lengths away to find Ideal Bell, the American Ideal mare for the Auckland Trotting Club Syndicate, and Barry Purdon. It's stablemate Arden's Choice, the mare by Pan Pacific Flight, second last, and back last is Better Spirits, another son of Better's Delight. So as they work up into the back and about to complete their first circuit, and it is Strike the Gold. Strike the Gold by a couple from Bonnie's Khaleesi, still 5 lengths away in the field. Ideal Bell, Arden's Choice and Better Spirits down to the lead time, 1,600 metres out in the last on Christmas at the races. Night 1 at Alexandra Park, 1:27.8 was that lead time as they turn off the back, where the leader Strike the Gold leading by a couple. From in the trail, Bonnie's Khaleesi, then came Ideal Bell. She's in third midfield with Arden's Choice on her back, and Better Spirits biding his time back at the tail as they've been pacing an Indian file, and they've been in this order for the best part of now a lap and a quarter as they work into the lane again, and they've got 1,200 metres left to go. The opening quarter of the final mile cut out in 31.5 seconds, and it's Strike the Gold. From Bonnie's Khaleesi in the trail, 3 back Ideal Bell. Now Arden's Choice breaks the line, comes forward. Better Spirits will get a ride home on the back of her. 1,000 metres left to go. Stables corner final time. The Chief David Butcher already sitting on a brace of wins tonight. Leads from Bonnie's Khaleesi. Up on the outside now. Arden's Choice has moved to third in the park position. Ideal Bell back on the inside and Better Spirits in the 1-1. Getting closer to the speed now with Philip Butcher with 800 metres left to go. Into the final half mile they run. 31.7 the next quarter. And it's Strike the Gold leading from up on the outside. Arden's Choice. The speed comes into the contest now. Bonnie's Khaleesi, Better Spirits. He'll be enjoying a nice drag home in the 1-1, and now on his back is Ideal Bell for Big Bar as they work across the showgrounds turn their final time this evening. Arden's Choice gets ahead in front from Strike the Gold, Better Spirits, Bonnie's Khaleesi and Ideal Bell. Back straight quarter, 27.1. Arden's Choice not done with Strike the Gold. Better Spirits will get to the outside of this lead pair, and then came Ideal Bell homeward bound. Arden's Choice, Strike the Gold comes back. Better Spirits, Ideal Bell's gallop down the outside, 100 to go. Arden's Choice in front, Strike the Gold, Better Spirits launching after now. Arden's Choice in front though, and Zach back in town. Arden's Choice gets the win. Second over will be Better Spirits in front of Strike the Gold. Bonnie's Khaleesi fourth, and Ideal Bell, when she was looking to maybe challenge, has gone into a gallop, and she'll be the last. 28.1 the final quarter. 326.4 will trim it up with the back mark with Arden's Choice from that 30 metres. The Pan Pacific Flight mare. Santa gets it right in the lucky last. Barry Purdon, he gets 3 on the card tonight, does Barry, with the training side of things. Love on the Lawn, most impressive by 17 lengths in the first. Laredo Torpedo was good in the sixth, and now Arden's Choice fighting off all challenges after bringing up Better Spirits into the 1-1. She sat parked, and she's fought off that challenge of Better Spirits. Strike the Gold, he's gone down valiantly in third. And Bonnie's Khaleesi fourth, and yes, Ideal Bell getting out of her gear will be the last across in the Auckland Cup. December 31 nominations close, 25th of November handicap pay.
Official placings, race 9, the Auckland Cup on December the 31st. The Noms close on the 25th of November, handicap pace. 56417, 56417. Horse 5, Arden's Choice, paced the 2,700 metres from a stand in a handicap and a net time of 3:24. A mile rate of 21.6. Last 855.2. The 428.1. The margins are half length, a half neck, 2 3/4 lengths. 56417 in race 9, the Auckland Cup on the 31st of December. The noms close on the 25th of November, handicap pace.
Judge Graham McLennan making it all official here in the last, and a nice win by Arden's Choice. Her 7th victory at start 32. Barry Purden picks up 3 training successes on the card this evening. Bookends the card as well. There's Pan Pacific Flight Brown 4-year-old mare at a Winter Rose. It was raced by JR and Mrs. J.A. Stiven, along with Ellie and Mrs. L.J. Rose VR. The estate of Mrs. N.M. Stiven, the breeder. And a nice win, Zach Butcher. Straight back from the plane and into the sulky, and a winner in the last here at Alexandra Park after a pretty successful show day there at Addington. Paul Lowther was down there, part of the victory celebrations, a race night steward for the Auckland Trotting Club. 6 Better Spirits for second. Better's Delight, Spirit of Eros Brown, 5-year-old Entire, Mrs. B.M. Berger, Mrs. M.T. Corboy, G.J. Rowe, Mrs. T.D. Court, the owners, Mike Berger trained Cambridge, Philip Butcher. And the third across was number 4, Strike the Gold, a Better's Delight, Hill of Gold by 5-year-old gelding for Lincoln Farms Limited. And the Cotterells D, Mrs. A and G, Ray Green trained at Pukekohe, David Butcher. Totes in the last, Arden's Choice number 5 at $1.80 and $1.40, or $1.80 and $1.40. 6 Better Spirits, $2.10 to $10, and 4 Strike the Gold, no third dividend. The Quinella returns $5.60, $5.60. The final trifecta at $69.20, make that $30.90, correction, $30.90 the trifecta. The first 4, $69.20, $69.20 for the first 4. The final double, 8 and 5, $21.30, $21.30. 8 and 6 concession, $13.80, $13.80. And the final treble, 4, 8 and 5, $187.30, $187.30. The final quaddie this evening on 4 Laredo Torpedo, 4 Commander Paris, 8 Eclipse Me. And now number 5 Arden's Choice returns $693.30, $693.30. Place 6, $207.70, $207.70 for the place 6 tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we trust you've enjoyed Christmas at the Races, Alexandra Park style. That's night 1. We race every Friday night up till Christmas here under the ribbon of light at Alexandra Park. We look forward to your company next Friday night. Of course, the live band will be starting up in the Alex very shortly. Make sure you head down there and take in our live band here at Alexandra Park. Until next Friday night, from the commentary box, Aaron White bidding you all a very good evening and have a safe weekend.